JustOut stays in, the new writing initiative by JustOut Theatre. You are listening to Monday at the Flatiron, written by Kate Ireland, directed by Andy Yeomans, performed by Rebecca Pythian and Callum Squaller, and edited by Gabriel Stewart.
Salford born, night slicker, city licker, alive with pride. There are one too many people dead inside. Ready to go, up and about, in and out. Take me somewhere and I'll show you what it's all about. Listen up, you superficial swipers. I don't give a fuck about your preconceptions, misdirections, genuflections. Take me as I am, or not at all. Oh, and I'm a Gemini, if you're into that.
Zahra is probably one of the strangest human beings I have ever met. Sometimes I don't even know if we are best mates or I'm just a rational spirit level for her to measure her pure madness against.
So what do you think?
Right, great, I'm not sure genuflections is the word you meant to write, but yep, it's really...
Oh, whatever. I just needed a word to rhyme with the rest. Keep up the flow. But you thought it was good, yeah?
Aye, great.
Liar!
It's just a bit much. Like, it's not really...
I'll spit it out.
It's a bit dishonest.
Dishonest? It's obscenely honest, mate. If anything, it's too honest.
It's just not really you.
Bollocks! It's an expertly crafted taster before they meet the real thing. It stands out. It'll make 'em stop swiping and think, yes, this is a girl I want to engage with on a level. Let's hear yours then.
Scottish. Construction worker. Don't take myself too seriously.
Joe is an absolute anomaly. He spends a fuckload of his time trying to figure out other people, but has made zero progress in working out himself.
I met Zahra on a Monday. I'd been up since 6, slogging out my guts, grafting in this crummy wee building site. I smelt like a mango concoction of dust and sweat. My hairs clung to my skin under a crust of dried up cement. I hadn't been at the job long, but some of the other workies had asked if I wanted to go and get a pint at a pub called the Flatiron.
I met Joe in a pub. Well, I say met. I sort of fell into him. I'd been on a weekend bender that started on the Thursday, peaked on the Sunday, and was imminently crashing down in a rather dramatic finish on that Monday afternoon. I had no idea where I was. Me and a group of shifty-looking blokes had been shoved out of some manky flat into harsh broad daylight, all completely trolleyed. We were jittering eyeballs and quivering hands, scuttling around for a purpose like woodlice that had been exposed from under a rock by an arrogant toddler. I'd asked them all to keep watch while I pissed down back of the Golden Walk, but by the time I'd pulled up my knickers, they'd all buggered off, too weighed down by the monumental pressure of just keeping a fucking eye out for me.
There was 5 of us workies nestled all cosy into a booth, having a right good carry on. I was scooping pints with the boys, listening to stories of bricks and mortar and birds and dog fights, what have you, you know. I got a round in and a slap in the back.
So there I was, in the middle of High Street on my Todd, goosed out me mind, me body lurching me forward, onwards, upwards, instinctively still trying to stretch every semblance of a good time out of this slowly degenerating weekender.
I'm getting another round in, and the next thing you know, she stumbles in on her own. She stood out at first of all for being the only woman there, other than Fat Trina, who works behind the bar, but also because she's got purple hair, a face full of piercings, and brown skin.
We love United! We do! We love United! We do! We love United! We do! Oh, United! We love you!
Oh, aye. And she's absolutely sloshed. And this is at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Get karaoke on, barman. We're having a fucking lock-in.
Her eyeballs are flickering about the place like nobody's business, and her lips are chapped and pale. She's chewed fingernails and bruised legs, damp, sweat-soaked hair plastering on her forehead. I reckon her personal thermometer is at an entirely different setting from every single other person in the Flatiron. The poor lassie can barely put one foot in front of the other.
I'm Mickey Flatley, Lord of the Dance. None of yous would leave me pissing behind the Golden Walk.
She's now like grinding her hips against one of the big pillars in the Flatiron and giving everybody lip, pure getting wide. I'm just trying to keep my head down, avert my gaze, fold my body over like an empty packet of scampi fries and melt into this bar stool. Her dilating pupils and scrawny frame are sending prickles to the back of my neck. Too close for comfort. Close to the bone. Close to home. Memories of what I used to.
All right, lads. Don't you all look like you're having a fucking party? Come on, lighten up, guys. Seriously, why do you all look so vexed? Let's put some Shania Twain on and forget we're all ladies. Oh, remember we're all ladies. Your choice.
She's clocked my guys and now she's edging her shaky legs closer to our sacred wee booth. I can see the lads sort of muttering under their breath, clenched fists and protruding veins. The sanctity of the post-graft afternoon booze teetering on a knife edge. I grab the pints from the bar, 3 in one go, a remarkable achievement on my part, and make my way over, thinking I might be able to diffuse the situation, prevent a serious altercation with the deployment of a perfectly timed and slyly insulting dismissal aimed at this Purple Barnet mental case.
Yous look like just the kind of lads I want to be pals with. Strong working men. Pints, pints, pints. Lads, lads, lads.
Here, darling, the circus called and...
And that's when I was so startled by Joe sneaking up behind me that I enacted a 180 that fast. I could have got whiplash. From what I can remember, my legs just sort of jellied and I collapsed into him pretty ferociously. 3 pints crashed to the floor. Joe's overalls soaking. What can I say? I'm sorry I'm a jumpy person. And the oldest looking lad, who I now know is called Gaz, the burliest of them, the head of the workie gang. Kind of top dog terrifying, you know. He's all like...
Stupid, ugly bitch. Why don't you just fuck off back to where you came from?
Yeah? Why don't you just go suck yourself off, you fat mangled looking fuck nugget?
Gaz gets up, eyes wide, fuming, and starts towards her like a big raging bull. And I'm not really sure what came over me. There's a big red flashing sign lighting up inside my brain declaring time to fucking boost. Next thing you know, I've kind of hoisted her up over my shoulder as she's still yakking and shrieking back at Gaz like a fucking infant. And I'm carrying her out the Flatiron and down the road as fast as I can, out to the whizzing wham of the high street, and she's still at it going,
Get the fuck off me, you fucking pervert! Let me go or I'll get my mate weapon on you!
By the time I put her down, her internal engine is beginning to falter, as her speech has become semi-incomprehensible. Eyes rolling back, her shakes are now like convulsions. It's Monday afternoon. I am soaking in cheap lager, and I have somehow acquired a rabid pet woman.
Don't touch me or I'll get my over back up the road.
Where do you stay? Where do you live?
Where the fuck are you from with that accent? This is the life for me. This is my country. Mate Degsy. Mate Degsy.
What?
Mate Degsy's sofa. Think he kicked me out.
Right, okay.
And then I think I might have been sick on him. And rather than just leave me there next to the buzzing traffic, which he was perfectly entitled to do, he brought me back to his flat where he wiped the flecks of chunder off me top, made me drink about a pint's worth of water, fixed me a brew and then put me to bed.
She was still yabbering as she was dozing off.
You fucking dick. You fucking dick. You don't know who I know. I know dangerous people.
But I was just happy she was lying down. No longer a liability.
And still, to this day, I think it was the nicest thing anyone had ever done for me. Scottish, construction worker. Don't take yourself too seriously. Fuck's sake, is that it, Joe? There's so much more you could write about yourself. There's so much more to you.
I know. All in good times, eh? Gotta keep people guessing, you know?
You've been listening to Monday at the Flatiron. Written by Kate Ireland, directed by Andy Yeomans, performed by Rebecca Pythian and Callum Sculler, and edited by Gabriel Stewart.